I call it the prosperity gap, the prosperity gap. So it works like this. You're here, but you want to be there. You're here, but you want to be there. You're driving a Beater, but you want to be driving a Beamer. You're making $50,000, but you want to be making $500,000. Right? You have a little house, but you want a big house. And the way you see it, if you could only close that gap, right? You're making this much money, but you want this much money. Did you know that the prosperity gap can never be closed by making more money or by spending less? Because what happens? Let's say that you finally get the thing you're looking for. You finally make that much money. What happens to that other one? It shoots right up again, doesn't it? That gap, have you ever noticed the gap is fixed? Whatever it is for you, if you're somebody who's like prosperous, and you're always prosperous, whether you have enough money or a lot of money or a little money, somehow you still remain prosperous. I think of prosperity as not how much you have, but how little you need. Right? But then again, most of us have this thing where there's a gap all the time. You can never close that gap by an increase in financial well-being or by a decrease in spending. You'd only close that gap from an increase in consciousness. An increase in consciousness. Because otherwise, here's what you're doing. You're applying effort and stress to get from here to there. And you finally get there, and there's no more there. You finally get that new car, and what happens? It's cool for about a week. Then somebody scratches it. Or you find out something you don't like about it, or you find that you just need to get on with something else. But when you start realizing that the real outcome that you're looking for is this, you're trying to achieve an experience, an inner success experience. That's what you're really trying to do. And when you think about this, when you think about the fact that you are applying effort and stress and you're making yourself miserable in order to be happy, that's just stupid. That's just silly, right? What you really need to be able to do is to get from here to the inner success experience without all that stuff in the middle. In other words, you need to be able to create the experience of being successful and have it be that your success is not externally derived. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You just arrive in that place of success. Now, some people say, but I really want the car. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Because once you get to that inner success experience, there we go. It becomes very easy, very effortless to get what you want. We call this the be, do, have model. The be, do, have model. What it means is you got to first be the person. First, you got to be the successful person, and then you'll do what successful people do, and you'll have what successful people have without all the effort and stress. So the real question becomes, how do you create this inner success experience without externals? How do you create that? Well, there's a name for what that is. We call it state control. State control. Being able to control your inner state, your emotional state. And there are a lot of different things that we can do, and the importance of this is realizing that if you control your state, you control your fate. If you control your state, you control your fate. So